Hello guys, today we explain why I'm not a genwunner. Number one, I don't hate all of the new Pokemon games. I still like Pokemon Sun and Moon, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, and of course, the garbage that is Pokemon Let's Go. Pokemon Sun and Moon I don't like because of its overuse of cutscenes, and of course, the replacement of gems with these trials. Ultra Sun and Moon was basically more the same as Pokemon Sun and Moon. Pokemon Sun and Moon still had some cool Pokemon like the Quasbar, the Sidgewai, and a few others. And if I really was a genwunner, then why do I always say, I basically think Gen 3 is easily the greatest generation of Pokemon, and of course I think the greatest Pokemon games are the remakes of the Gen 3 because Gen 3 is easily the greatest and most unique generation. It has most of my favorite Pokemon with the exception of Love because Love completely sucks. And it has Metagross, it has Siftree, it has, of course, Electric, one of the coolest dog Pokemon. It has many other Pokemon that are very, very likable. Of course, some not so likable Pokemon like Love-Disc. The stars are great. Gen 2 is a very great generation too. The stars are great. There are some really bad Pokemon in Gen 2, like Unknown, Sunkern. But those are all those are all Pokemon stat-wise. Sunkern is I can still appreciate because it's a seed Pokemon. Seeds are not supposed to be strong. And then we have Gen 1. Gen 1 is full of very, very uncreative designs, okay? We have Muck. Voltorb and Electro come from this generation. Ekans and Arbok come. Ekans is basically just a snake. Arbok is actually cool. Pidgey's just a pigeon. Pikachu is actually one of the most creative and most unique Pokemon of all time since Pikachu is basically the mascot. But Gen 1 is full of very, very lazy Pokemon designs. And I have been complaining about Meltan. And people have been saying, why do you hate Meltan so much? Because it's freaking lazy design, okay? If you got Gen 1 Pokemon, there are lots of unique Pokemon, but there are lots of really bad Pokemon. There's of course the classic ones like Kakuna, Metapod. There's of course freaking Jinx. Easily one of the worst Pokemon ever made. Jinx is easily freaks me out. I don't like Jinx. Jinx is one of my least favorite. And then there's Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime completely is one of the worst Pokemon too. Voltorb and Rexor are lazy, but they're still cool. Just because you have a bad design doesn't mean it's a bad Pokemon, unlike Meltan. Meltan is just a bad overall, like Jinx. I will never use a Meltan or Jinx. I don't use Pokemon that freaking creep me out. But I even think Pokemon like Cloyster is cool. I don't really like I'll go over all Gen 1 in another video. And go over what I think of every single Pokemon in order. I also really love Gen 4 Pokemon. Gen 4 Pokemon are very great and unique. Same thing of Gen 5. Gen 5 is really unique. But Gen 1 has some of the more just basic Pokemon. Gen 1 was basically just the basics of Pokemon. I still appreciate Gen 1 for what it is. But I think the true Gen 1 game is Fire Red and Leaf Green. That's obviously found down one of the best remakes. Which really the other two remakes are better. But I would rather play Fire Red and Leaf Green 1,000 times over than play Pokemon Let's Go once. Because Pokemon Let's Go is actually a disgrace to Gen 1, okay? It's a disgrace to Gen 1. Like, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, they sort of added, they were just trying to remake Pokemon Red and Blue as games. They also added the new Pokemon so you could use them as well. And it was overall, like Hargo and Soul Silver and Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the remakes are always good, except for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which is supposed to be like Pokemon Yellow, where it's Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are those completely garbage. I guess they're gonna make Gen 2 versions of it as well, called Pokemon Let's Go Suicune and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu 2. Since we had to make a Pikachu again. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Suicune. Or just put Pokemon Let's Go Ho-Oh and Let's Go Lugia. If we really want to make it like actual like Pokemon remakes. But Gen 1 had some of the more boring designs of Pokemon. And I always felt like Pokemon designs got more creative over the time. Like Gen 7 has really creative designs with the exception of freaking except for that freaking thing called Bruxus. I want Bruxus to die, okay? Bruxus is one of the worst Pokemon. Gen 6 also has really great Pokemon designs. I don't hate many Gen 6 Pokemon. I like most of them except for that fat bunny Pokemon that they made called I forgot its name. I still don't even want to remember it. Diggersby, or whatever it is. That thing's freaking ugly. Okay, it's just ugly. But Gen 1 has a lot of good Pokemon, but it just has a lot of pretty lazy designs, okay? Really lazy designs. A lot of the most iconic Pokemon. Like, even in Smash Bros., I always find how there's too many Gen 1 Pokemon in Smash Bros. And that's honestly the case. If I made Smash Bros., I would put one Pokemon per generation. Probably two for Gen 1, because Pikachu has to be in the game, because Pikachu's a mascot. And one Pokemon to represent core Gen 1 as a whole, probably Pokemon Trainer and Brawl. But I'll make it to represent all the Pokemon generations. That's why in Smash Bros. I'll put Pikachu, Pokemon Trainer to represent the main. So there was technically 4 Pokemon Gen 1 reps, but there will be one slot on the roster because it's Pokemon Trainer. It represents one of the main mechanics of the game, switching out Pokemon and fighting other Pokemon, which basically represents that. I'll probably put Scizor instead of Pichu. Scizor is way better than Pichu. And of course, Gen 3, of course, Sceptile has to be playable. If I would put Gen 3 rep, it has to be Sceptile. And Gen 4, Lucario. I would put Infernape, but Charizard is already playable, and Lucario is more popular than Infernape, despite Infernape being a starter. Gen 5, I still don't really know what could be the Pokemon. Probably either, Victini could be a representation. No, I have one. Genesect. Genesect would be playable. Genesect is easily one of the coolest Pokemon designs ever made. It's a robot bug with a cannon on its back. Easily top 10 Pokemon. It'll easily be in my top 10 best Pokemon designs, tied with Scizor, which is another battle bug. Zero type bug type Pokemon. And then of course Gen 6, it's obviously gonna be Greninja. Can't pick any other Pokemon in Gen 6. And Gen 7, it'll probably be Cinnamon. Because I just don't think the CGI will fit in Smash Bros. As Mega Man is like one of the worst characters in Smash Bros. He's an entirely range character. He's no close. He has no close attacks, with a few exceptions like his grab. The CGI will be the same exact thing as Mega Man, okay? He will completely be bottom tier of Mega Man because he'll have no close-up attacks. That's why Cinnamon will be a better representation for Gen 7 because the CGI will just be like Mega Man 2.0. He'll completely suck. And yes, I'm not ragging on the Mega Man games, I'm just ragging on Mega Man Smash Bros. I just hate playing as Mega Man because it's just impossible to play as Mega Man. Like in the games, Mega Man is just one of those characters you just can't play as in Smash Bros. Mega Man is just one of those characters that will probably be like low tier forever. Just simply because of the way they designed Mega Man to be like his original games. Which I do commend them for doing that, making Mega Man like his original games. But it's just Mega Man's just bad in Smash 4. I can make a whole video about that as well, Mega Man in Smash 4. But the entire reason of Mega Man being a character in Smash Bros. Was to represent Capcom in the old franchise. I just don't like playing as Mega Man in Smash Bros. As it's basically Torture 2.0 playing as Mega Man. How do I play as Ness from Earthbound to play as Mega Man? And this is easily one of the worst characters in Smash Bros. He has the worst recovery of all. Actually, that kind of goes a little back now. His recovery hurts himself. Why do you make a character so bad that his recovery will basically hurt himself? And also, you need to add Waluigi for Smash Bros. But I'm talking about Smash Bros. We're done with Smash Bros. So basically, Nintendo. I'm not a genwunner, okay? I have proven I'm not a genwunner. I'm not saying this because I'm just not a genwunner. Gen 1, I never really. I always thought Gen 1 was like the worst. And Pokemon, with exception of Sun, Moon, and Ultra Moon, have progressively got better. So basically, Pokemon has gotten better progressively ever since each release, because they're supposed to get better with every release, except in Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon, which are down compared to Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and definitely Pokemon Let's Go will be way down, because Pokemon Let's Go is a disgrace to Gen 1. I'm not trying to be a Gen 1 about Pokemon Let's Go. I just think it's a bad, awful remake. They're just doing it to cast in on Pokemon Go and that's basically it. So, if you still think I'm a genwunner, you're out of your mind.